So everybody is saying the same thing. I agree with it 100%. This is the best the SEC has ever been in basketball. It's not close. And tonight, we've got a huge showdown. Ole Miss against Texas. Two elite teams. They really are. But we're not seeing those two teams necessarily in great current form. Ole Miss, in fact, has lost 3 in a row. Let's break it down right here on WagerTalk TV. Teddy covers with a big game breakdown. Look, if you like this type of analysis, if you want free picks each and every day, hit that like button, subscribe, and get more free videos every day. WagerTalk does a ton of videos, not just me, literally dozens of cappers doing videos on a daily basis. So hit that like button, subscribe, and get more videos each and every day. And of course, let me know in the comments if you think my opinion on this game is right or wrong. My college hoops has been ice cold for the last week. I mean, stinky cold. Can't win a close game and too many wrong sides. That being said, the NFL's been really good. The NBA's been really good. And you can get on board right now with an all-access package. Just $99 a month for the next year. That's Super Bowl to Super Bowl. You buy it today, you get more free because it's Super Bowl to Super Bowl all access. $99 a month. This is my page, wt.buzz/TC. I will not be ice cold in college hoops forever. We had a huge March last year. I'm expecting more of the same. And of course, you can save $50 on a 30-day NBA pass. Just use promo code SPORT50. The NBA rock solid again in 2025. All right. Enough talking about how much I sucked in college hoops of late. Let's talk about Ole Miss and Texas. 3 straight losses for Ole Miss. Nothing to be ashamed of in any of them. They lost to Mississippi State in overtime as dogs. They lost to Texas A&M by a single point. And then they lost to Missouri as well since that huge upset win over Alabama in Tuscaloosa. And look, Chris Beard, who I have nothing but respect for, absolutely an elite head coach, period. His quote, "We just stay the course. This is the SEC. A 2-game winning streak, it's free breakfast burritos in the morning and people want to throw you a parade. A 2-game losing streak, you feel like the sun won't come up tomorrow. It's short-term memory. Same thing we do after wins. We just get back to work. Right now, we're in a little slide. We played 3 of the best teams in the country, so it's understandable in this league. We just got to keep working. It's a long season. It's an 18-round fight. We got to play better, but most importantly, we just got to stay the course." And that's exactly the quote that I want to hear from a head coach after losing 3 really tight games, returning home. All right. Can't say I like this spot for Texas. All right. They got blown out by A&M early in their season on the road, and they were on their way to getting blown out by A&M again at home this past weekend. They trailed, 52-29 in that game, just over 17 minutes left. Well, they ended up winning it. All right. Against, an arch rival type of team. And that was certainly a max effort type of performance in a venue where they played well. But this ain't no Texas spot. I have nothing but respect for Rodney Terry. We just talked about Chris Beard. These are 2 head coaches. The reason the SEC is where it is, these programs have been throwing resources, and they've gotten the best coaches in the country. And I don't want to bet against Rodney Terry, but this is no Texas spot. And we look at Texas's road wins this season. They beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma's not very good. They beat NC State. NC State hung tough at Duke the other night, but they're not very good either. And that's it for true road games. They lost by 20-plus at Florida. They lost by 20-plus at A&M. And I would not be shocked if they lose by double digits tonight. It's an Ole Miss spot, and I will lay it with the Rebels if I'm getting involved in this one. There's something about the concept, West Coast late night bailout special. When I first moved to Vegas, I used to love these late games, and we've got a really good one tonight in West Coast action on Fox Sports 1 as UNLV travels to Utah State. Let's break it down with this big game breakdown. First, I want to let you know what's going on right now at WagerTalk.com. Look, this is a good deal. If I'm your guy, or if any of the cappers are your guy, Super Bowl to Super Bowl all access. It's $99 a month for the next year. And oh, by the way, if you buy early, you get more free. So check it out right now. WT.buzz/TC. This is your deal if you want to get on board and ride one capper for the next year. You're not going to find a cheaper price than this. Again, just a little over $99 a month, less than $100 a month. That's more than $800 off the regular price, but $3 a day. Or you can save $50 using a 30-day NBA pass, on a 30-day NBA pass. Just use promo code SPORT50. My college hoops has been awful for the last week. Flat out. Dismal. My NBA is running good. My NFL is running good. 30-day NBA pass, promo code SPORT50. Let's see if we can turn it around with this frickin' college hoops. I can't win a close game, and I've had too many wrong sides. And when those two things happen together, it's an ugly run, and it's been that way for the last week. That being said, this is an interesting game, all right? I wrote this, less than 2 weeks ago about UNLV. I'm just going to read the quote. UNLV is playing their best basketball this season, coming off outright upset wins against Utah State plus 5.5 and San Diego State plus 10.5 in the last week. They won 8 straight at home since their early season loss to Memphis at the Thomas and Max, and at 6-11-1 ATS for the season. It's not like the Rebels have any sort of betting bandwagon right now. They're a value-laden team here in late January, but their arrow was clearly pointed upwards. Well, that analysis was wrong. They lost straight up in that game that I was writing about to Wyoming, 63-61. They couldn't make a basket, 40% of the field, only 5 made three-pointers, and lots of missed free throws. Missed free throws have been a big problem for the Rebels of late, just 10 of 17 from beyond the arc in that ball game. And they followed that up. Look, they gave New Mexico a game. They lost that one by 2 as well. 43% shooting, just 19 of 29 from the free throw line. Those missed free throws are really killing this team. So that minor uptick for UNLV didn't last. They lost a couple of close games. Of course, this point spread is very different, with Utah State laying 10 at home, total 146.5. But look at UNLV on the road. They got blown out at Boise. They got blown out at Colorado State. That's their 2 step-up-in-class road games before that win at San Diego State I talked about earlier. And maybe that game was just an aberration. That being said, the Rebels did beat these Aggies exactly 2 weeks ago at plus 5.5-point home dog, 65-62. They were able to rally from a deficit the last 5.5 minutes to play. They finished the game on a 12-2 run. Utah State had chances down the stretch. They just missed shots. How did the Rebels do it? They slowed the pace way down, and they only committed 5 turnovers. Last year, the only meeting was decided by only 1 point. So certainly we've seen a competitive series between these two teams, but both of those were in Vegas. This one's in Logan. Utah State wants to play fast, man. This team is deep. They're experienced. They're no joke. 18-2 straight up this season. They started January with 3 straight wins and failed to cover any of them. And then another fail with that straight up loss to UNLV. That was, 2 weeks ago. And that kind of woke them up. They had a week off. They had extra time off after that UNLV game. And then the last 2 games, a blowout against Nevada, minus 6.5, they won by 21. A blowout against Air Force, minus 14.5, they won by 29. All right. Head coach Jared Calhoun talking about UNLV. We have no injuries, and KT Templin's fully healed. Fish, Isaac Johnson, has looked really good, gotten his win back. I think we were playing on both sides, doing a really good job defensively, creating steal opportunities, getting out and running. Scoring-wise, we're way more balanced, averaging 20 assists, shooting 47% from 3. We're moving the ball really well and need to continue to do that. He also said it's kind of strange playing a team the second time before we've played some teams for the first time. But you got to play who's on your schedule. They're a really good team. UNLV presents some different challenges. We need to attack those things. And that's very, very true. But this team's as healthy as they've been basically all year. And they're certainly going to remember what happened when they played here in Las Vegas. That being said, the quotes, again, the players, Carson Templin. We know we have to get back to some things we weren't doing. Talking about treating UNLV by any other game. We watched a lot of film, corrected some stuff. After the UNLV loss, we had some good practices, which set us up for success. We were able to show people what we can do. It's worth noting that Templin was sick when they played the Rebels earlier. He had to get an IV 2 hours for the game. Quote, it sucked. I had to get an IV. It definitely, a few hours for the game. It definitely helped me a lot, but I wasn't able to be quite myself. I'm ready to play at full strength, and we have all our guys back. To have all 14 guys will be nice. We're obviously frustrated with how things ended at their place. I think we have a little extra fire. We're going to do what we do, stick to the coach's game plan, and things will work out. We will be ready. So we have the better team in revenge, at home, healthy, and focused. Yeah, if I'm playing, I'm laying. It's Utah State or pass for this better. Again, we appreciate the likes, the follows, and the comments. Promo code SPORT50 for $50 off a 30-day NBA pass, and no promo code needed for the all-access, every play, every day Till next year's Super Bowl, just visit my page, WT.buzz, WT.buzz/TC. Thanks for watching Wager Talk TV. Best of luck with all your bets on Wednesday night.